Hey, how you doing? Vince Edwards, coordinator of the Garden of Eden project, trying to get humanity to a sustainable place, unplug everybody from the matrix. And it doesn't seem like anybody really wants to unplug from the matrix. And right now, I am doing the stuff that people are screaming about. They're screaming, somebody do something about all the corruption. And I'm actually trying to do something about the corruption, and it's crickets. I mean, I'm getting no media attention. I'm putting myself out there, like, hey, can some people have me on? What is it? Are they terrified to have me on because then the government will do to them what the government did to me, right? And me personally, it's like, what after what the government did do to me, the I have to maybe get my head examined to actually be back out there, sticking my neck back out there again. And, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm built the way that I'm built, but I can't just lay down, right? I can't, I don't understand why everybody else can. They can just do their lives. And for one thing, it's like, this system is all held together by pedophilia, harming children. And if you say anything like that, maybe that gets you censored. And I am premium. I upgraded to premium for 1 month on X, and I can't go live. I can't go live on my X account. I can't join any spaces. That's why nobody's heard from me in spaces. Not that you'd miss me, because I'm invisible. And it's very frustrating because I put myself out there, said, look, I need some media attention. I need to have some interviews. I need to get some focus on this so that other people will consider, helping out, and joining the battle here. And it's very frustrating. I'm doing this completely indigent. The reason why I'm, still indigent today is because what they did to me back in 2016. They destroyed my reputation. They literally sued me over, they charged me with crimes. They stuck me in jail. They held me in jail because I filed a lawsuit. Okay? And they charged me with this Orwellian law that they have in Colorado called intent to influence a public servant, right? Literally, you, the voter, you're not allowed to influence a public servant, okay? They can do whatever corruption they want. And if you try to influence them to follow the law, they're going to follow you. They're going to throw you in jail, try to get you murdered, spread rumors that you threatened to kill the sheriff and stuff like that. And all kinds of crazy stuff happened to me. All right. And here I am wading back into the fight again. And like nobody appreciates it. Nobody's paying attention to it, partially because I'm like censored like crazy, but mostly because it's just they're sick of hearing me complain, right? But I'm actually complaining about you not paying attention to me doing the work to try and end the corruption. And that seems like that's what everybody wants, but maybe they just want to complain, man. Is that just what you want to do? I am begging you to help me. This is not a grift. Okay, this is not a grift. Please donate to my channel and stuff like that. But god damn it, man. Can you help a brother out? You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. All of the stuff that I'm going through here, all the stuff that I went through, um, I'm literally up against the same judge that hid Brady evidence from me back in 2016 that would have exonerated me. I would have gotten out of jail. Okay. This person, okay, and I'll lay it out for you. The basics. All right. You've got the seller of my property was colluding with, and it was probably under threats, right, from the land use manager here. He couldn't get me off my property. So then he tried to go back behind my back and threaten the seller that there was going to be a bunch of fines and stuff like that if he didn't get me off my property. The seller then emails me. So I have that email. okay, where the seller emails me and the forward from the land use administrator, and he's using that to threaten me not to go to court. Okay? Are you please get this message right here. I was threatened they don't want me going into court, folks. Okay? They label me a sovereign citizen. I've never claimed to be a sovereign citizen. As a matter of fact, sovereign citizen is an oxymoron. You can't be a sovereign and a citizen. You're either the king or you're a subject. So how the hell can anybody be a sovereign citizen? So I totally don't agree with that. Okay? So I am a citizen of the United States of America, okay? For the record. And I'm trying to use the court system in the United States of America to get justice. And I can tell you, man, the procedural crap that I am having to deal with, one after the other, after the other, after the other, man. And I see it, I catch it, I fire back, and it's just all falling like on deaf ears, man. And I'm the guy doing the stuff that you want done. But, nobody wants to listen to poor indigent Vince Edwards, out here, eating beans and rice, sitting here 20 hours a day. I don't get a lot of fun. I hardly get any sleep anymore, man. I'm like 20 hours a friggin' day doing all this stuff. My health is failing. I'm going blind. I need some glasses, okay? From doing this, looking at this goddamn, I hate this fucking computer, guys. Okay? And so do you want me to give up? That's my question to you. Do you want me to give up and just accept that there's going to be corruption and that there's nothing anybody can do about it? And nobody comments. Are you terrified to comment? Are you terrified to spread my videos, to repost them, to tag them to people like Health Ranger, Natural News? I mean, that's pretty much like the only guy I tune into anymore. I don't tune into Alex Jones. I don't tune into any of Con Inc. And you've got people complaining about, Trump got everybody that he wanted. I mean, we supported Trump. He got everybody that he wanted except for Matt Gaetz. And now you've got Kash Patel. It's just like he's just a run-of-the-mill FBI guy, man. And nobody's being arrested. The JFK files got released, and no mention of a certain foreign country that was involved. And I can't even say that. Otherwise, it's like I'm going to get, I mean, I don't know how anybody can get more censored than I am. Like Alex Jones complains about all the censorship, yet like he's boosted by freaking Elon Musk, man. So we the people need to somehow find a way to band together and actually do things that work. And voting is obviously not working, folks, okay? You voted, you got the guy you want, he got the cabinet that he wanted, okay? I voted Trump, and I'm disgusted. And nothing's happening, and nothing's ever gonna happen unless we the people actually use the court system to enforce the Constitution. And I can tell you, man, this is not where it's like they're the servants and we're the masters. No, they are the tyrants, and they tell you, do it this way, do it that way, fill out the right form. And I'm telling you, man, the stuff that I'm going through, I'm fairly smart. Okay, the stuff that I'm having to go through, the procedural crap that the hurdles that they're throwing at me, okay, to make it so that I can't even start cases, that I can't even start actions. I've got in Alamosa, okay, they have once, twice, all right, and now here's the third time trying to get them to send me an actual valid summons that doesn't have 2 court stamps on it, that doesn't have like 2 of the missing, 2 defendants missing, and my information ripped off the paper, like it's literally a completely fabricated document they sent to me. So now obviously, if I use that, then the defendants walk into court and like, he did shit wrong and this case is thrown out. This is all the stuff that this is why nobody can get justice, folks. And unless you're going to support me and boost me and get me on interviews with people and talk about the real actual problems that we're facing that no bar association member is going to actually tell you about. And I mean, I've got a whole thing about how we take down the bar association using the courts. Okay, I walk in with you. Okay, you're in the court and you like, man, I don't trust any of these bar attorneys. I'd like to have Vince speak for me. Is that okay? But he's not a lawyer. And then the judge will say, nope, sorry, you got to get a bar member. Okay, and then that's it. I've got standing. Now I've got standing as a pro se to sue under right to work, free speech, the whole list of stuff, man. And I could actually go after the Colorado Supreme Court in conjunction with the Bar Association folks. Okay, like I've got strategies that will actually work, man, but I need support. I need your support. If you don't want to give me $10, okay, whatever, I'm a grifter. Don't give the grifter $10, man. Who's actually working, man. I'm actually working trying to solve these fucking problems. And no support, guys. So seriously, you have the government you deserve. Am I being bitter? No, I'm being factual. You have the government you deserve because all you do is vote and that's it. And you donate to politicians. You donate millions and billions of freaking dollars to politicians, man, and not one dime to somebody like me. I mean, literally, through the last month, okay, that I've been doing this stuff, okay, literally my health is failing, my eyesight's failing. I literally, I'm like banging my head against the wall with all this stuff, and I'm still going, man. I don't give up. I keep on going, and I answer this, and I answer that, and I answer this when they do stuff wrong, okay? And right now, I'm trying to get this judge recused. Because this judge is completely and obviously adversarial. And so how can somebody be adversarial and impartial? Okay? When this person works in the same building with all the people that I'm suing. This is not about me. This is about ending corruption. And if I can't do this, okay, there's I've got 12 years, 20 years, I don't know, a lot of friggin' years worth of self-study in law, and the procedural crap that they're throwing at me, even with Grok help, okay? The procedural crap they're throwing at, I don't think 99.99999% of the people would even bother to attempt it. The majority would give up. Halfway through the process, just be like, this is so frustrating. My eyesight's failing, my health is failing. I'm going to fucking die over this. They won't have to kill me. So, I'm pleading with you to support somebody that's trying to stop corruption. And man, I get on my knees and I pray every single morning now for the past month. And it's just been, God, please let me do your will. Please help me understand what that is. That's it. I'm trying to take myself out of the equation completely. I don't want it to be about my will, whatever. And God's got me on this mission. Okay. Like I'm like driven, like I don't like, it's only gotta be God because it's not, it can't possibly be me because I haven't had a whole lot of follow through in my life, folks. Okay. But I am following through here because we're at the precipice. Okay, of AGI, of Skynet, of having to like be in the system and get your forced injections of whatever they want to inject into your body. And no support. Where are the people calling me? 719-496-6969. Call me and I will come on your show if you're not scared. Oh, I don't want to buck the narrative that, or you're not in it just for the money, right? There's so many people that are in for the money. So they're like, oh, I know how to cheat all of the algorithms and right. So that I can make money, just blabbing and then have people sit on their asses and just watch me for hours and not actually do anything. Am I making any sense to you, anyone? And I feel like this right here, 1430, this was a complete waste of time. Everything that I'm doing, I feel like it's a complete waste of time. Yet I'm still doing it. What's wrong with me? I mean, literally, this judge, okay, was DA out here, tried to get me committed. Okay. I actually passed my mental health evaluation to be able to continue to defend myself. But God damn it, man. Think about it, man. It's like maybe I do need to be fucking committed. Because how the fuck does anybody in my situation not give up? How is that possible that somebody that went through all the crap that I went through is still actually fighting, man? I mean, isn't that a story? Does anybody want to hear about that story? You have the government you deserve. If you want a better government, then you have to get involved. And voting is not going to fix it. We have to use the courts. We, the people, have to use the courts. And you're terrified of court. You don't even want to go in there when your friend is getting busted. You walk in there and you ask, "Oh, Mr. Prosecutor, please, what do I got to do to get out of this? Oh, just plead guilty to this, which you're not guilty of. You're innocent. Plead guilty to this and pay us your protection money, and we'll leave you alone." And although you complain and complain and complain about that situation, ultimately the facts are the suffering is sufferable, right? As they say in the Declaration of Independence, but the whatever, I can't quote the exact test right now. I'm like, my brain is fried. And and I quit smoking pot 2 months ago, and don't want to. I like being able to think on a regular basis. I like being able to do stuff and get stuff done. And if you are smoking pot, man, right now, man, and complaining and not doing anything, then I would urge you to get involved and start fighting in the courts. When public servants are violating their oaths of office, because that is the key. And I don't hear hardly anybody talking about the Constitution, even on the conservative side. And that's pretty terrifying to me, because it's like I've been fighting for 30. I was red pilled in 1993, folks. I'm 54 years old. And when Trump, won in 2016, I'm thinking, wow, people are waking up. And then when the mask thing happened, I remember, sitting in a grocery store, standing in a grocery store, the thing's packed. And I'm the only one without a mask, except for this one guy way across the room. And we looked at each other, we nodded, and I looked around, and I'm like this, and he goes like that, and I'm saying, like, we're in a lot of trouble, folks. I mean, I'm Paul Revere here, sounding the alarm. Okay, screw Alex Jones. Okay, I'm sounding the alarm, the real one. Like, we have to take our courts back. We have to take our Constitution back. You have to actually care about the Constitution, not just like, I need a good job, I need enough money. What you need is food, water, clothing, and shelter, and you need an abundance of it. And that's what I'm trying to work on providing. Not providing, like, hey, come on in, pitch in a little bit, and everybody will, instead of working 40 hours at your job, come here and not work 40 hours, pitch in 10 hours a week. And the rest of your life is yours. I mean, man, the freaking deal that I'm offering. But that's maybe another reason why I'm so censored, right? Like, if people catch on, and then if people actually start joining, my project, and being like, yeah, this is the way we have to do it. We need to unplug from the matrix. We need to handle getting all our resources on our own. We need to stop going to these big multinational corporations. Okay. But you're just complaining about them. You complain about BlackRock. You complain about all these, all this tyranny, but you subscribe to it when you go to your grocery store. You're a globalist. Because it's easy, and you go to the gas pump when we have, Stanley Meyer invented the water car, and they killed him over it. I mean, you could literally just, go grab your garden hose, stick it in your fucking tank and fill it up, and then go wherever the hell you want. It's like you don't even recognize the subjugation that you're under. and the potential, man, that we have to be free and prosperous, and humanity has so much potential, man. I wish they could recognize that. And and I'm absolutely friggin' terrified that, like, if I was an AI, super intelligent AI, and being like, wow, this race is really evil, because like they just sit on their asses, they pay their taxes, and then you have these people in power that harm children, and they just let it happen, and most people know it's happening, and all they do is like sit at home on their couch and complain about it. Like, why? Because the complaining is futile, folks. So I want to know why you're even complaining. If you're not actually going to do anything about it, why don't you just ignore it? And that's what people are going to start doing. More and more people are starting to do it. And we're giving up, man. I feel the human race giving up, folks. So I don't know if I reached you during this, but if you want to send me an email, really smart at protonmail.com. There's plenty of ways to send me an email anonymously. I'll be happy to correspond with you. There's burner emails, where you can say, I don't know, send me whatever message you need to send me if you're terrified of the government coming after you and you don't have my legal skills. But ultimately you need to have my legal skills. I mean, there needs to be, look, you know how simple the solution is, and that's part of the frustration here. Okay, you can have like 50 patriots do what I'm doing, okay, here in Colorado, and we need one in every single state. Okay, you have standing for some sort of issue where you were harmed, because you can't represent anybody else because the Bar Association has a monopoly. Okay, you get hit for practicing law without a license. It's literally two years in jail and a $2,000 fine if you help your friend with their legal stuff. They have to go and get this government. It's literally from the government. So the government, if your rights are violated by the government, you have to ask somebody that's certified by the government to represent you. Think of the insanity of that, and please understand why we're in the spot that we're in. If you can't understand the problem, then you'll never be able to figure out the solution. So again, really smart at protonmail.com for media inquiries, 719-496-6969. I am the most censored. I gotta be. Or obviously, if people are more censored than me, I wouldn't even know who they are because they're censored. But I would say I'm damn near one of the most censored people on the planet. So if you don't repost this, if you just watch this and you don't press the like button and you don't get any engagement, if you don't leave a comment, you're just like, man, yeah, that guy had it, but you don't leave a comment, you don't hit a like button, you don't repost anything, then we're doomed, folks. I'm witnessing our doom and destruction happening because and you don't actually notice it. You won't actually fully understand it until you actually stand up and fight it in the system and try to fix it with the Justice Department, with the courts. Because the only thing that matters is, does the judge slam a gavel or not? That's the only thing that matters. Not who's elected to what office. That none of that matters. It's, are your rights going to be upheld? Is the Constitution going to be upheld against all enemies, foreign and domestic? And man, the founders, folks, George Washington, he's got to be looking down and going, man, what did I go through all that crap for? All those people that wrote the Declaration of Independence. What did we fight for? What did we die for? All these people that have been in the military, and they got people that got, legs missing and arms missing. And Brian Colfage, as far as I know, he's like a triple amputee. He's still in jail. Nobody's yelling about it. And all the J6ers, man, they tried to stand up for your country and stop a stolen election. And what they did, put them on indefinite detention forever. And let me close with this, because one of the things that happens when you quit smoking pot is you start to dream again. I think you actually don't dream hardly ever. You don't get REM sleep when you're smoking pot. And The other night, I had a dream that I was back in jail. Like I got thrown in jail for some stuff like intent to influence. I intended to influence a public servant. Got to throw somebody in jail for that. But the lobbyists on K Street, they can donate like millions and millions and millions of dollars. But if I file a lawsuit, man, I'm the one who's intending it, not them, not with their billions of dollars, man, of lobbyist money. I mean, think about the clown show of all of that. But man, I had a dream and I'm like, man, I'm back in jail. This sucks. I'm back in jail, and I'm innocent. And it's one thing if you're actually guilty of something. You stole something, you broke something, you harmed somebody, and you're like, yeah, okay, I can accept the fact that I did something wrong, and I've got a number of days that I can get through, and you can cross off your days, and you get to the end, and there's the end point. Okay, I can get out of jail. I did my time for my crime, and none of the J6ers had that. They had no end date, right? If you're on pretrial. And I was on pretrial. Like I'm sitting in there in that jail down here in Costilla County Jail for over 9 months. And there's like murderers, people that rob shit, people that like do serious crimes, like coming back in. Like they get out, they come back in, they get out, they come back in. And people are like, man, I murdered somebody, man. Why are you still in here? And it's like, isn't it obvious? They don't want me in the courts. I've got literally ridiculous amounts of evidence like that. No, don't go to this court date or we'll do this. If you go to this date, you're going to get jailed. And by the way, they did jail me at that court date. That was April 26th of 2016. And I still kept going. Did I bend the knee? No. I turned down 5 unsolicited pleas. Do this, that, and the other thing, we'll let you out. It's terrorism. And if you're going to accept it, then it's over, folks. But if you support me, then maybe other people will support me too. And then they'll actually follow my lead and start doing stuff that I'm doing. And fixing the country. And saving the world, folks, at the end of the day, right? That's what it's all about. So please, I'm begging you, please, to support me. To support me, which supports you and your rights and the Constitution and everything that our founders put together, because it's about to go away. One more time. Really smart at protonmail.com. Write it down. Get a pen. Write it down. The phone number 719-496-6969. I'm going to lose a lot of faith in humanity, folks, if nobody calls me or emails me after what I just put here. And then wasted my time uploading it to my censored channels. And on X, because I can't go and do it live, but I'm at least premium. I can put this on X. For a little more, I cancel my premium because obviously if I can't go live, I can't go on broadcast, right? I can't go on Spaces. Obviously, what's the point of paying for premium? Okay, so God bless the Patriots. Peace.